honestly, I wouldn't mind it. Like I said, if Anthony Joshua were to beat Usyk, and we'll talk about that next. If Anthony Joshua were to beat Usyk and Deontay Wilder were to beat Tyson Gypsy King Fury, we would definitely want Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder versus Anthony AJ Joshua. That would be that. I mean, that is the fight. That is the dynamic. Someone's getting knocked the hell out fight. All right. And in that case, Deontay Wilder would have been the only one who have gone through the three kings, right? Think about it. Okay. And then he had to fight maybe Andy Ruiz next. And we don't even know if Andy Ruiz is overrated or not. Let me ask you guys this too. Oh, yes. Is Andy Ruiz overrated? We bring up Andy Ruiz a lot. I like the kid. But what I'm saying is, other than AJ, nobody even considered him. So you have him against Joseph Parker, which I thought he won. But they gave Joseph Parker the fight. That's fine, because it was a close fight. But before he fought AJ, nobody even considered him. Oh, he's just another little fat boy. Is gonna, Big Baby Miller. He popped dirty. Here come Andy Ruiz. He's gonna get whooped. Andy Ruiz knocks out AJ. Ah! Andy Ruiz is amazing, right? Maybe AJ was slipping, but hold on. Rematch. AJ outboxes him for 12 rounds. Then you see Andy Ruiz again gets wobbled by an old Chris Arreola. The question is, I'm gonna ask you guys. Is Andy Ruiz overrated? Think about it. Let's keep it a buck, War Room. Let's talk, okay? Hit the like button. Let's talk. Sully said Ruiz a legend. Let's talk. Let's talk. Kind of. No. Okay. King Raul, you tell me. He dribbled AJ off the canvas after AJ knocked him down. AJ got up. He got up. AJ went wild. AJ got caught. From then on, his equilibrium was off. That was it. So he caught AJ. One of the best moments in heavyweight history. It's a Buster Douglas moment, right? Oh, Johnny Rice is looking like the next Buster Douglas. Okay? Other than that moment, were you beating down ShowBizz the adult door in this community about Andy Ruiz? Let me ask you, were you beating down this door about Andy Ruiz before the AJ fight? He's quality, actually. Quality, yes. But is he overrated? I'm asking. Performance against Arreola keeps me skeptical. Give it to me. Biz, in my opinion, this is Wilder's last opportunity. He's got to win. Legacy on the line. I don't think so. He did look a little rough against Arreola, I admit. Nobody was beating down our doors about Andy Ruiz. Nobody. Where were you when AJ was fighting Andy Ruiz the first time? Andy Ruiz is amazing. He'll knock him out. I was telling you, go back to the archives. I was like, hey, y'all, that Andy Ruiz can fight. I said, that Andy Ruiz can fight. Everybody was like, oh, this is a cherry pick. He ducked Ortiz. Remember that? AJ ducked Ortiz when actually AJ offered Ortiz, and Ortiz people said, no, not even Ortiz. Hold on real quick. Hello, Biz. I agree with Hunter. Fury needs more time, and his team resolved to use the most available and bulletproof excuse to extend their camp. Could be. I remember Ruiz is overrated. Think. Okay, so if nobody was beating down the ShowBizz adult community's door about Andy Ruiz, and I'm standing there by myself, Andy Ruiz can fight. A new member. Boy. If I'm standing by myself, Andy Ruiz can fight. I remember this clearly. And then Andy Ruiz dribbles AJ off the canvas after getting up. Don't forget, AJ rocked Ruiz and then rushed it and got caught. He rushed it and got caught. Let's not act like he didn't rush it and get caught. He rushed it and got caught. Equilibrium off from then on. Andy was a cherry pick that went wrong. He was a must. We're talking about a cherry pick. He was a must. Nobody was trying to fight AJ in 5 weeks' notice. Big Baby Miller is the one that popped dirty. What are you talking about? See, understand what you're talking about. He was a must. There was no cherry pick. They had to date. He was a must. Come on, man. Use your brain. Think. Not everything's a cherry pick. Think. Be realistic. Be objective. So Andy Ruiz catches AJ. Then after that, AJ outboxes him. And after that, he's in a knife fight with Chris Arreola. Is Andy Ruiz overrated? He just wanted to speak biz. Right. AJ lost by not thinking, rushing in. Ruiz was ready. Yeah, he was ready for that AJ fight. But just like Buster Douglas was ready for Tyson. They still underestimated him, in my opinion. Right. Okay. What I don't know what that means. Why everyone act like Arreola is trash? He isn't trash, Frankie Beans. He isn't trash. They better not say he's trash. He isn't trash, but he's old as dirt. If Andy Ruiz is on AJ Wilder and Fury's level, you can't be getting rocked and wobbled and in a knife fight with Chris Arreola if you're on their level. Right? If you're on their level. If Tyson Fury's in a knife fight with Chris Arreola and getting rocked. No? You think Ortiz? I think Ortiz a badass. I always did. Arreola has great chin power and mad experience. Frankie, listen. A 40-something-year-old Chris Arreola. All right. So Andy Ruiz getting wobbled and struggling with him means that he is on AJ's level, that he's on Wilder and Tyson Fury's level. Okay, for you, Frankie Beans, he's not overrated. I'm just throwing a question out there. Is he overrated? Could be, if you look at everything. Could be. I never thought Andy Ruiz was the best heavyweight out there. I thought Andy Ruiz was better than people gave him credit for, but now people overdoing it. I don't know if I don't know if he'd beat Dillian White. I don't know that. If he would have beaten Pulev or Povetkin and those boys, I don't know that. He had a great fight with Joseph Parker, who I thought he beat. But Joseph Parker won that fight officially. Ruiz can fight and is in fact not trash. No one said that. But if you're going to discredit Wilder, realize Wilder beat Arreola and you called it a cherry pick. Hashtag levels. I don't know who you is. So you must be talking to other. Okay. But if you're going to discredit Wilder, realize, yeah, well, we're right. That's my point. My point is this. If you're going to say that Ruiz had, because I know Frankie Beans love Wilder, so he's going to big up Chris Arreola. But for anybody else who says that Deontay Wilder's fight with Chris Arreola was trash because Chris Arreola is the cherry pick, then Andy Ruiz sucks. Right? A smart man's going to have to try to think through it and give Chris Arreola a whole bunch of credit. Let me see. What else you got to say? Andy is a good fighter, but not an elite fighter. Not necessarily think he's overrated. Arreola came in on the best shape of his career and got with Goosen. It was going to be a tough fight either way. The best Arreola at 40-something years old. Do you think that he would give an elite heavyweight a run for their money? The best Arreola at 40-something years old. I don't care if it's Goosen. I don't care if it's Roger Mayweather. I don't care who it is training him. The best Chris Arreola, right? The one that lost to Berman Stavern in his prime. Man. Didn't he lose to Berman Stavern?